Hello all and welcome back to the RVMan LP exhibitions. We will continue Urban Reign and continue to beat the crap out of people for Xinying. And we have 4 more missions from beating Jake in the last episode. So now we can start mission 12 and beat some more people up.
Yesterday, some of our boys got jumped by the Zaps, and 4 of them spent the night at the hospital. We're gonna get revenge for this. I've already figured out who the culprits are. One of them's not even a member of the Zaps, but I'm pissed off. So if he gets in the way, well, that's his problem. They're gonna pay for what they did to our guys.
Well, let's get this 4-on-1 ass whooping out of the way, with me being the one delivering the ass whooping. Anyway, there may be 3, but of course the game is not going to show you the 4th one. That just so happens to be out in the cut somewhere. I will say this though, you will have to start separating the herd if you want to actually survive. I mean, let's be honest. There's going to be some situations where you're going to be double and triple teamed by a couple of guys, and they'll increase their numbers from 4 to 5. And when that happens, jeez, you will more than likely need to fight smartly. Fight where you're not at a disadvantage. And we'll probably have to spam a lot of moves. Like I keep spamming the wall run. But let's be honest, this game, I mean, it can get tough later on, but if you actually fight conservatively and separate the herd, you'll be fine. Now, I can't say the same for the bosses, though. Well, except for maybe one, but still. If you want an easier time in this game and you find yourself at a disadvantage, try to put yourself at an advantage. Because trust me, the last thing you want to be is in a disadvantage in this game. I mean, granted, you're not going to take any penalties for it. You're just going to end up having to continue over and over again. That's all. It's not really much of a penalty. But I am going to say this. Thinning the herd out and taking advantage of the walls and stuff like that has pretty much caused me to dominate this battle. Come on. I'll be taking this. Wait. Damn it. I guess I was going to take some medicine, but I didn't. Oh well. Let's see. Let's add some to grapple, and let's add some to head endurance. Alright, with that said, we've gotten mission 12 down. Now it's time to deal with mission 13. And that will be paying the price.
My sources tell me that Glen has hired Miguel Estevez and his men for an attack on Chinatown. We'll burst their bubble and launch a surprise attack while they're still preparing for their little raid. Go trash his joint in the old school way.
And once again, the thinning the herd tactic actually works. Because you see, you're once again going to be fighting 4 guys. At least you can see them this time. Try to run off of walls, even though in this area there's barely anything to run off of. Yes, you could probably run off of a table or 2. Until you break them, that is. And of course, the environment is going to be your friend. Not to mention the diving throws as well. You don't want to be caught in a corner with 4 guys. Oh! And as you can see, that's why you don't want to be caught in a corner with 4 guys. They will actually plan double teams. And planning double teams is basically going to hurt you in the end. Especially in the later levels when it starts getting a lot tougher. Alright. You're gonna try to thin as much of these guys out as humanly possible and use your special attacks as well to try to break up the crowd. That way you can focus on one person and the others could come and be lured in once that one person is dealt with or is down for the count. I mean, as I can wholeheartedly show you once again, being in a separate area from most of these guys is definitely gonna. Ooh, that actually was a good Hurricane Rana there. But anyway, like being in a separate portion of the stage from these guys actually will help. It just then the numbers down from 4 to 2 and left a bunch of guys left that only has very low health. It's a pretty good tactic, but then people will start using weapons. Now let me wrap up this fight by getting a drink and kicking his ass. And that's just how it ends. Alright, now let's put on some to regional attack and some to upper body defense. I think we're good here. Which in this segment we only have 2 more fights left. So let's get started. And Glen is once again a pussy.
It seems our friend Jake is too much of a handful, even for Glen. I don't know if it's because Glen lacks the money or the cojones. Well, maybe both. Either way, it works out for us. Even I would find it hard going if someone attacks us with a brawler like Jake tagging along for the ride. Jake seems a little reluctant to fight here, so let's just take care of Glen and walk away.
Did I mention Glen was a pussy? Anyway, because of the fact that Glen is a pussy, Jake is backing down and will not get involved in the fight unless he's dragged in it by Brad. Anyway, what you want to do is keep Glen isolated from Jake. Jake will not enter at all so long as he's not hit or so long as he's not provoked. Oh, but be careful. It's not just you that may inadvertently provoke him, it's Glen as well. You see, Glen will have a pinch hit if you're not careful to knock you into Jake. And if he does that, then the fight will get a lot harder. But you're only trying to fight Glen. Ouch. That move. I'm a powerbomb you just for that move, you bastard. And I'm just wrecking up this poor guy's bar. But it doesn't matter. Glen is defeated. A worthy sacrifice. Excuse me 1 second. I'm gonna have to, turn that off because it's just a telemarketer. Anyway, we've gotten another mission under our belts, and now it's time to face a boss.
That Japanese guy over there is Kadonashi, the Grand Master of Kadonashi Dojo. He wouldn't normally get involved in his disciples' petty disputes, but when a few of them get messed up by a stranger, he takes it seriously. Watch yourself. He's not called Grand Master for nothing.
Alright, Kadonashi can be tough. Trust me on this.
Yes-san.
Okay, Kadonashi can be, how should I put it, very tough. You have counters as well as he does, however, his is faster than yours. Let me be perfectly blunt with you. This guy, he definitely has more power than what Brad does. Especially when he nails you with that flying kick. Try to use special moves to wake up as quickly as humanly possible and put some distance towards you. And do not be at the receiving end of the punch. I kinda screw up big time in this fight. Sometimes you can get lucky and grab him, sometimes he'll counter your grab. But when he hits you with that move, oh god. That is a tough one to actually deal with. Come on. just try to at least get some distance between you and Kadonashi. But one thing you need to understand, Kadonashi can and will hurt you. I am already in the red. Kadonashi's not even in the orange yet. At least not in the head, but damn, I'll end up taking more unnecessary damage because of the fact that Kadonashi just... Oh shit, he just wrecked my... He just wrecked me big time. He just wrecked me big time. Alright, second attempt. He's definitely going to leave himself wide open with a flying kick, but if you use counters wisely, you'll be able to take this guy down. See, my only problem is he does more damage, especially with his special move, than what I could do with mine. I mean, I'm not as strong as him, and keep in mind, folks, Brad Hawk is slowly but surely gaining strength. And as for everyone else, they're at their base stats. So this is what makes this fight a lot harder. And Kadonashi's base stats, he's got stronger strike, stronger attack, and he has a higher endurance than what Brad has. The problem of the matter is, his grapple game is a lot stronger than the rest of his strikes. And I'm already in the red yet again. I'm going to try to hold this bastard off as much as I can. But unfortunately, he's going to wreck my shit yet again. And he wrecked my shit. Wow, that is just humiliating. Alright, time to wreck this guy's shit. The only advice I got for you is to watch out for his throws and watch out for the kick. And be careful of being ricocheted off of walls, because he loves to do that too. Damn it! But otherwise, Kadonashi is just an honorable player who will fight you one-on-one. He's not going to fight you with a whole bunch of goons. Let me remind you, there's a rule of 2 here. Because most of these bosses, you're going to end up fighting twice. Like, for instance, Glen. Who, to be perfectly honest with you, you actually... Oh, actually, Glen's the only exception. No, let me rephrase that. It's also a rule of 3, not a rule of 2. It's a rule of 3 and a rule of 2, basically. Rule of 3 for everyone else... Oh, rule of 2 for Kadonashi and rule of 3 for everyone else. Because you'll end up having to fight... No, wait, no, let me rephrase that. It's a rule of 3. Because you fight this guy with somebody else later on. Other than that, he actually proves to be a tough challenge, but now that that challenge is out of the way, we can continue on with the game. And I've learned a new special attack. Nice! And it's that very punch we got from Kadonashi. So, with that said, let's continue. And we've got 3 more missions because of that.
The boxer from the West Side Gym has a bone to pick with you. Apparently, he was among the thugs you roughed up along with Dwayne's men. Now he's brought some friends along to even the score. The boxers who hang out at the West Side Gym are nothing but a bunch of gangbangers when they're not in the ring. When you tangle with them, keep in mind that they're not going to use throws. Just concentrate on dodging their punches and timing your attacks.
Well, that's what he gets for sticking his nose in business that didn't involve him. However, as repercussions state, we're gonna have to fight these guys. After all, they are boxers anyway. And we're gonna be fighting boxers for the next part and this part as well. Anyway, this basically is a fight to show off that new move I just got. Is it really good? I think so, yeah. But it'll only be good if your enemy's in front of you. Or you're behind your enemy. And it's just a 2-on-1 fight, so it's actually pretty easy. Ah! Damn boxer! Well, I wrecked that guy. Shit, now for the other one. Take that! Yeah, you have no chance. And of course, I land with a punch to end off this episode. In the next episode, we're going to be dealing with more boxers. Why? Because they're butthurt that one of their friends got the hell beat out of them. Oh, and word of advice, be on the lookout for Glen, because he's a pussy. See you guys next time.